So this is the XAUUSD analysis for Friday the 10th of November. Now, let's just have a quick look what happened on the 9th of November. So we're just going to grab the pen and we're going to mark on the 9th of November. So there we are, 9th of November, marked on the chart. So we were saying when we were doing our analysis that we've had a series of lower highs. This was yesterday's analysis. We've had a series of lower high, well, higher lows, sorry. From this 1284, we did have the move upwards and we weren't able to keep a hold of it. We had some selling momentum come down all the way into, we've had prices come all the way down to 20 period moving average. So we're saying we're possibly looking for prices to come down to 1279 before we potentially see a bounce. Now we did hold the 20 period moving average. We did get pretty close to the 1279. Let's just see how we are. I think we did actually get into 1279 actually. Yeah, we got down slightly below 1280, so we got down as low as 1279.84, and we had a bit of a consolidation before we had a break to the upside. So I'm just going to grab a pen. The consolidation there, break to the upside, makes slightly higher highs, and more selling momentum is coming into the market. So there are a lot of sellers hanging around this. Which essentially around at 12. Let's just see what level is actually, because we've had some selling momentum come in around there. So we're just gonna have a look where this level is on the charts. Let's just see. It's in and around at 1286 to 1288. So 1286 to 1288, we have seen some selling momentum coming to the market. So back to the chart. So we've had a bit of consolidation, broke out to the upside, consolidated again below in and around at 1284, broke out, but we've broke back down. But again, what's positive for this is we've got a series of higher lows. So we've got higher low, higher low, higher low. Around this major level again, we've got posted a higher low. Now it was invalidated somewhat by the most recent move. This most recent move invalidated that consolidation, but this higher low still remains intact. Now we've pushed back up again and we've stalled again in around that 1288 level. So 1288 is proving somewhat problematic, but on this occasion we've held 1284. Now the fact that we've seen a lot of selling around that level, we have to remain cautious, as we may see a further retracement all the way back down to 1279 before we look for potential bounce opportunities for another retest of 1284 and the most recent highs in around 1288 level. As it has proven problematic, we may see the bulls that have been driving this price up may somewhat may abandon their positions as they are not able to have resolution to the upside. The fact that their bears have stalled the overall trend, bulls may just decide to take profits, and the bears may see as an opportunity to add to positions as they are being supported by a price action stalling in around 1288. So we might see further retracement all the way back down to 1279 or another retest of 1284. 1279 before we look for price to go up to 1284 and possibly up to that 1288 where our most recent highs are. But if we were to get equation and we were to successfully navigate the most recent bearishness that we've seen in around this minor level in around 1288, if we were to successfully navigate that level, we'll be targeting the very next major level, well, not major level, a weekly pivot at 1296. 1296 will be the level we'll be targeting, and beyond which we'll be targeting 1305. But let's see where we are. $10. Yep, $10 is certainly within range for the XAUUSD. So bear with me a second here. Let's get a scale on you correct. So depending on the degree of the bullishness, 1296 is definitely within range, and beyond which you'll be looking for that 1305. 1305 I wouldn't imagine will be possible until we do get it, unless we get a strong fundamental catalyst, or maybe possible sometime into next week. That's the 1305. But at first the most to the upside to the upside, our next target would be that 12.96 to see how reacting prices. If we do see a breakdown back down to this 12.84, or if we do break above, consolidate before we start targeting at 13.05. Now, let's just have a look at potential downside targets, as we've seen some resistance in around 12.88. Let's just identify levels that we're looking at. So levels we'll be looking at to the short side would potentially be I suppose 12.84 is pretty close there. So the very next level will be targeted in running lows there, and we do break down from 12.86. Don't see much of a reaction around 12. We'll be talking 12.79, which is a weekly pivot, below which you'll be looking for this area that we have a bit of a confluence here. So in around at 12.76, we've got a 400 and a 200 period average. The 200 period average is heading to the upside, so in around there's a bit of a confluence, so we may come down there and see a bounce for a continuation to the upside. Let's clean the chart up a bit. So we've got these levels here, so we might consolidate for seeing a bounce, and if we do not hold, that's a 12.76, we'll be targeting in around at 12.72, below which 12.68. These are our minor levels before we look at the major level, which is below us all the way down at 12.63. I can't imagine price will get down to 12. Where are we now? $40. Whew, goodness me. 43. Wouldn't be $43 actually. It's $23. $23. $23, while it remains possible, would require catalyst. So far end of the range be in around this 12.63. But again, I'll see how prices react to the most recent swing. So 12.79, 12.79 and 12.72 and 12.68. So we'll see how prices react to these minor levels. But what we'll be targeting is a major level. So possibly 12.79, below which we were looking at 12.63. But we'll just see if we do find some opportunities for buy side momentum in around the levels just identified. So we're going to have a look. We've certainly spent more than enough time here on the hourly chart, so we're going to have a look at the daily chart. Just bear with me a second here while it loads and scaling correct. Now we did identify that we were in a bit of a consolidative range in around at 12.84 and 12.63. We're trading closer to the upper end of the range rather than lower end of the range, and at present we do seem to be breaking out of range slightly. Now what I prefer, my preference for breakouts of ranges are strong candles closing near their highs with a very the reason I prefer strong candles, they show a lot of momentum, it shows a lot of bias to one side of the market. If it is a bullish break, as it is in this occasion, this candle here on the 9th is concerning. We do see a bit of a wick. Ideally, we would like to see a strong candle closing near its highs, indicating strong buy side momentum, indicating that the bears have abandoned the market and bulls have complete control of the market. That would give us more confidence in expecting a further resolution to the upside. Now, the fact that we have not seen a very strong candle, instead we saw a wick on these two candles here on the where was that? That was on the 8th and the 9th. We did see some wicks above these 12.84, so there was some selling momentum that has come into the market. It's not the kind of breakout I like ideally, so it does, those breakouts do make you a bit cautious, as we're likely to see a break back into the range. That's what I've noticed in the past, a break back into the range before another retest and a breakout. A breakout for me should have a very strong candle, I've just mentioned, closing near its highs, indicating a very that there is a strong directional bias to the market. But we are breaking out of the range, so we'll take that as it is at present. So if we do break above the range, again we'll be targeting at 12.96 before we target our most recent swing high in around a 13.05 level. So we do appear to have had our double bottom just here in around at 12.63. Ideally, we would have liked to see the resolution to be straight away, but we did go into a bit of consolidation before we see this resolution to the upside. Now, overall on this daily chart, we've got our highs, got a lower high, so come up to 1305 and do trade above and hold above it, we'll somewhat invalidate this this most recent swing here, and we also have a bit of a W formation, so we've got, which is bullish. So we've had double bottom down there, and we would invalidate this level in around 1305 before we start targeting the upper levels in around 1320, 1340, and ultimately 1357. So we're going to have a quick look at the weekly time frame before wrapping up here on the XAUUSD. On the weekly time frame, we did get a bit of a clue as to what we might expect. So we did see these strong candles to the downside of these charts. And the thing is, we did see these candles with smaller bodies. When we have a, said that a bit too many times there. What I mean is, put simply, when I see candles more bodies after in a trend, they usually indicate a shift in momentum. The bears or the bulls have not got complete control of the market in light of the most recent trend, and what often happens is there's a turnaround. So on this occasion here, we did see these two candles having small bodies, and we get a turnaround. So far this week, we are having a bullish candle which is counter to the trend. On this occasion over here as well, we did see a wick from that 1263, and it was then followed by a strong bullish candle, bringing us pretty close to 1305. The week after that, we did touch 1305, but we did see some sell side momentum come back into the market. So the fact that we did see these two small candles here, they indicated that markets were poised for a possible counter trend move. These are not always 100% valid, but I found that to be a clue in the past. That's worked more often than not. So that should wrap up the XAU USD analysis. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.